ठीक है, स्टार्ट कर। All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session, Daily Takkar Rapid Series. So what we are doing daily we are discussing 10 MCQs based on the current affairs of the day. So this is basically brief session, 20-25 minutes. तो आपका ज़्यादा time भी नहीं जाना है इसमें, ठीक है. Many times students basically invest so much of time on the YouTube videos of different, let's say, subjects, and even for current affairs. So they find it very, let's say, less productive, and they are investing more time. ठीक है, तो हम उस तरीके से सोचते नहीं है. वी वांट टू रिड्यूस योर, लेट्स से, टाइम, and yes, we are also simultaneously focusing on compiling these MCQs which are, let's say, made available as 200 MCQ current affairs based MCQ magazine that is called as DTRS magazine. So you can subscribe for that and receive these magazines on monthly basis. Today's lead topic is Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority. So what is this authority and what is its, let's say, function? All these things. In first MCQ, we will discuss this topic, and thereafter 9 MCQs on 9 relevant topics of the day. But daily we are briefly also discussing one quotation that can be asked in your GS4 ethics paper or the essay topics which are code based essay topics. Like for example this one. So hitch yourself or say hitch your wagon to a star. Okay, what Ralph Waldo Emerson is talking from this quote, hitch your wagon to a star. Star, generally we say that it is stationary. Okay, and generally the star, like for example North Star, it used to be, let's say, a kind of guide for, let's say, direction in the north we can say that in past. ठीक है, तो जब कंपास नहीं था या सब जो नेविगेशन वाला सिस्टम नहीं था, तो नॉर्थ स्टार या स्टार्स को देख के हम नेविगेट करते थे पहले के लोग. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली स्टार इज स्टेशनरी एंड वन कैन, लेट्स से, हैव such kind of, let's say, aim in their life, and they should hitch their wagon in that direction. That means, let's say, their efforts, their time, whatever the work they are putting in, the efforts they are putting in, it should be in that direction. Okay, to a star. That is, you should have goal or aim in your life, and whatever the efforts you are putting in, that should move towards that goal. So like you have UPSC examination as your goal, cracking this examination, becoming IAS officer. So all the efforts that you put in your preparation stage, they should be in that direction. Any, let's say, the time that you are putting in the less productive or that is not directed towards this goal should be minimized. It should be reduced, or we can say eliminated from your life at present. ठीक है, तो कोई भी आप जो वेस्टेज कर रहे हो, आपका टाइम का वेस्टेज कर रहे हो या एफर्ट्स का, ठीक है, तो आपके एफर्ट्स राइट डायरेक्शन में ही नहीं है, तो वी हैव टू स्ट्रीमलाइन आवर प्रिपरेशन, आवर एफर्ट्स, एंड वी नीड टू बी मोर एफिशिएंट एंड इफेक्टिव सो दैट आवर प्रिपरेशन इज इन राइट डायरेक्शन. ठीक है, तो मुझे एक लिंक करके आपको बताना था कि योर प्रिपरेशन शुड बी इन राइट डायरेक्शन, एंड व्हेन वी आर having our goal aim in our mind, so our all the efforts, ठीक है, this acts as a motivation in our life. What he is trying to run, goal or aim in our life is basically creating hope that we will become IAS officer, and that is motivation, the inner motivation. Okay, and that helps you to put in all the efforts in that direction to achieve that goal. Fine. Okay, let's talk about now today's 10 MCQs. So before that, announcement related to Takkar year-long test series program at Lukmaan IAS. The new batch is going to start from 5th October onwards. Total 121 tests will be there for pre, mains and essay. And along with that, interview guidance program is also included after your mains 2025. Go through the plan which is available at Lukmaan IAS website, or you can inquire at inquiry office regarding the plan of Takkar year-long test series. If you find that helpful, do join this. Many students, hundreds of students, they are benefiting from this program, and you should also join this. Also, the uniquely designed program, mains intensive guidance program MIGP is going to start from 23rd September 2024, and I am saying uniquely designed. Why? Because this program will focus on intensive preparation of your mains examination syllabus for GS and essay. By the end of December, it will be completely done along with your short notes and answer writing also, because you will be provided with 8 sectional tests and 4 mock tests of PYQs. So answer writing will be also done in the classroom as a part of daily answer writing assignments by the faculties, and daily 6 hours rigorous teaching will be done in the classroom, and along with that doubt solving and notes making aspect dictation by the faculty in the classroom. So do join this batch and complete your preparation of mains examination before your prelims only, because next year again very less time is there between prelims and mains. ठीक है. So these are the 10 topics we'll discuss today. Let's go in detail and solve these MCQs one by one. पहले का आंसर बताइए. ठीक है. Online students, good evening everyone. So try to attempt these questions in your comment box. Try to give your answers. So yes, Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority. This authority has been created, as the name suggests, investor education and protection. So many times the investors are investing in financial instruments and markets, but they largely experience the loss. Why? Because they don't have appropriate knowledge, information, how to invest, in which instrument it is, let's say, safe, for all these things. So for that education and awareness programs are initiated under this authority. This has been created under the provisions of Companies Act, section 125. It provides for such, let's say, authority, and let's say it has been created. It works under the aegis of Ministry of Finance. One may think like that, but this is incorrect. It is working under Ministry of Commerce. Okay, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So this is incorrect. Second statement, that is 2 only, is the correct answer here. Okay, 2 only. Fine. Let's talk about next question. इसका बताइए क्या आंसर होना चाहिए. Recently, one of the senior officials of Wildlife Crime Control Bureau had said that in India there is the wildlife terrorism going on. So new term, we can say, we have recently come across the terms like narco terrorism, okay, related to drugs, and we can say that it is linkages of organized crimes with the terrorism, main syllabus GS3 paper internal security part, और फाइनेंशियल टेररिज्म. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से अभी वाइल्ड लाइफ टेररिज्म एक नया टर्म आ रहा है, नया चीज आ रहा है. सो लिंकेजेस ऑफ इलीगल वाइल्ड लाइफ ट्रेड विद द terrorism, or we can say that terrorist organizations. So this is how we should understand. Now the question is from static part for prelims in wildlife body, Wildlife Crime Control Bureau. This is statutory body created under Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Okay, yes, under it works under the Ministry of Environment. So this is correct, we can say. It assists Customs Authority in preventing smuggling of endangered species of flora and fauna. This is correct, we can say. Crime Control Bureau, so it is focusing more on the wildlife crime and control. Okay, so yes, that is true. It has authority to declare areas of protected zones for wildlife. This is incorrect, no. Okay, so who has the authority to declare protected areas like national park? Basically state governments, and then we can say that central government also has authority. So this is incorrect. First two, 1 and 2 only, is the correct answer regarding this body, right? Wildlife Crime Control Bureau. Now, moving on. Montelukast. So there was this article today in the Hindu newspaper talking about the over-the-counter use of Montelukast, excess use of this particular drug, especially to treat asthma all over the world, including India. So this particular drug is having some side effects such as, we can say that psychological, we can say, side effects are there, and along with that there is some kind of, let's say, ineffective. It is basically, it is declared as less effective, and it is not first line drug for treating asthma. So जो inhaler वाला जो drug होता है, that is more effective, but there is some kind of, let's say, stigma associated with the inhaler. ये लोगों को immediately समझ में आता है कि इसको asthma है. The people start, let's say, treating them as a sympathetic and all these things. Then let's say somehow, let's say there is also misinformation that people will get addicted to inhalers. ठीक है, but inhalers की वजह से जो ट्रीटमेंट होता है वो बहुत स्ट्रांग होता है. लेट मी गिव यू लेट्स से एग्जांपल फ्रॉम माय फैमिली ओनली. माय यंगर ब्रदर इन चाइल्डहुड ही हैड अस्थमा. At present he is rather the doctor, MD, and that too we can say children's specialist, pediatrician. So he had asthma, and I remember that how, let's say, asthmatic attacks he used to get. So he let's say we provided some, let's say, care especially related to the kind of, let's say, inhalers that are there. Consistent use of inhalers automatically reduces the negative impact of asthma, and basically it is, let's say, overcome over the period of time. So what is it? It is the medication for managing asthma and allergies. ठीक है. So this is, we can say that B is the correct answer. ठीक है. तो आपको ये पूछा जा सकता है Montelukast. All right. Now the GST Council, recently there was second meeting after the new government is formed of GST Council. So it is non-constitutional body ऐसा लिखा हुआ है. This is incorrect, right? It is constitutional body. Article 279A. ठीक है. So this is incorrect statement. Chaired by the Prime Minister of India. This is again incorrect. It is chaired by Union Finance Minister. Union Finance Minister. Recommendation of GST Council are binding on Union and State Legislature. This is incorrect again. They are not binding on Union or State Legislature. Okay, they are simply advisory, and the decision is largely taken on the consensus basis. Although we can say the legal provision is that 3/4 of the, let's say, overall weightage should be there in favor of the decision. So generally it works on the consensus basis. Remember this. All three statements are incorrect. None of this is correct. So D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. All right, exercise in news. So many exercises are happening at present. Indian military, let's say, forces. So Yudh Abhyas, USA and India is going on in Rajasthan. That is correct. We can say that. Salvex is between India and US Navy. ठीक है, India and US Navy. Salvex. Khanjar, yes, Kyrgyzstan and India. Special forces. Military exercise. ठीक, Khanjar. So this is correct. Second is incorrect. Third is correct. So two pairs are correctly matched. B is the correct answer. ठीक है. So try to cover them. Why? Because this year in 2024 this exercise Mitra Shakti, 4 statements were asked. Although elimination method work here, but 4 statement is too much, right? So again they are going back to asking such kind of questions, military exercises. So we have to cover them properly. Now, Gora is the novel written by Rabindranath Tagore. This is correct. Yes, it was in news. Why? Because based on this novel, there was some play going on. तो इसलिए news में था. That is correct. He was awarded knighthood in 1915 by the British monarch George V. So this is also correct. But do they link to each other? Whether statement 2 is explaining the statement 1? No. They are independently correct, and that's why B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. All right. Next, Falcon 9. So it was in news recently. So yes, it is the 2-stage reusable rocket developed by SpaceX agency, Elon Musk. ठीक है, SpaceX. This is incorrect. Yes, it is part of NASA's Artemis program. So for that purpose, Falcon 9 is going to be used. This is basically a rocket. Right, it is used for both commercial satellite launches and International Space Station resupply mission. This is also correct. Recently, such kind of resupply mission failed, and it was brought back to, let's say, Earth, and that's why 2 astronauts they stranded in the ISS. बार-बार news में आ रहा है, आपको पता ही होगा. 2 and 3 only is the correct answer here, right? 2 and 3 only is the correct answer. All right. Next. Then yes, Polaris Dawn mission. Recently this was launched, and yes, it was launched on the Falcon 9 rocket. ठीक है, Polaris Dawn mission is the first such mission wherein the non-professional astronauts had the space travel. ठीक है, and it went into the space up to 1500 kilometer height, which is well into, we can say that, Van Allen belt, radiation belt, which are the regions of space encircling Earth. Highly radioactive, we can say, or highly charged plasma particles are there, which are from solar winds. ठीक है, तो हम जब जियोमैग्नेटिज्म पढ़ते हैं, So there we learn about this Van Allen belt. Okay, so these are the regions, especially near the equator, they are having this bulge in the Earth's magnetic field, and they actually store all these charged particles coming from the solar surface. Okay. The mission is led by NASA, which will conduct the research of the aim of better understanding effects of space flight and space radiation on human health. This is correct. Both statements are correct. So C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Right. Right. Then Raja Varma Saktan Thampuran. So yes, the personality was in news. We have to identify incorrect statements. Okay. So yes, he transferred the seat of Cochin Kingdom to Thrissur and started Thrissur Puram festival. Yes, because of this only it was in news recently. As an alternative to Arattapooja Puram, that was the largest festival at that time in, we can say, Cochin state. ठीक है, तो ये एक important decision था. Then he put an end to institution of Yogyatirpads, the erstwhile spiritual heads of Vadakumantham and Perumanam temples. Why? Because they had conspired against him, or we can say that the kingdom, and they supported the British Empire at that time. So he put an end to the institution of these, let's say, spiritual heads. He signed the Pawnee Treaty with the Kingdom of Mysore to act against the British India Company. ये जो है act against, this is incorrect. Rather, to have the good relations with British East India Company. So this Pawnee Treaty was signed. So this is incorrect. ठीक है, तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा understanding होना चाहिए. Incorrect पूछा हुआ है तो only third statement is incorrect here. So C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer, right? Okay. Now moving on. Yes, this Al-Mawasi refugee camp was in news recently. ठीक है, तो places in news. In past, UPSC has also asked refugee camps in news and for, let's say, locations. So you should be knowing about exactly location of such refugee camps, as it is, let's say, the region Gaza Strip. Okay, Israel and Hamas conflict that is going on. So recently there was one attack by Israel on Gaza Strip, and many people died in this Al-Mawasi refugee camp. That's why it was in news. So A is the correct answer. A is the correct answer. All these are the 10 MCQs. Any question related to them? Location Al-Mawasi, Gaza Strip. ठीक है? All right. So the test series at Lukmaan IAS, GS, ethics and essay test series are going to start after your mains examination this year. So GS mains test series with total 12 tests, 8 sectional, 4 mocks, going to start from 6th October. Then ethics test series with total 7 tests, 4 sectional and 3 mocks, going to start from 3rd October 2024. A must do test series at Lukmaan IAS. Then essay test series under the guidance of Ansari sir. So total 7 tests, 4 sectional and 3 mock tests. So this is how the test series program is going to be. And if you want to do answer writing before your prelims examination preparation, that starts generally around January, full let's say preparation. So this is your opportunity. Seize it and join these test series. Fine. Let us stop then. Thank you.